All right, today we're going to do something a little different. We're taking a classic fable, one you've probably heard a million times, and we're putting it right under the microscope. Think of it as a case study, a really sharp look at flawed perception, terrible decision-making, and, well, the incredibly high price of just wanting a little bit more.
So this really gets to the heart of what we're talking about today. It sounds like a total paradox, right? I mean, how can actually having something good lead to, well, having absolutely nothing? Let's break down exactly how that can happen, step by step.
Okay, so before we can figure out where it all went off the rails, we have to see where things started. And you know what? They started off great. Our story here kicks off with a simple stroke of luck. This is our starting point, our baseline for success, and it sets the stage for everything that comes next.
And there you have it. A basic need is met, plain and simple. We've got a hungry dog, and boom, he finds a piece of meat. Right here, in this moment, the dog is a total success. He's got everything he needs. It's a real, tangible win. This is our starting point, the before picture. We're going to measure the after against. But this is where the story takes a sharp turn. We're about to leave the world of what's real and tangible and dive headfirst into the tricky, complicated world of perception. This is that critical moment where the mind starts to play tricks, blurring reality, and a simple reflection is about to become the spark for a total disaster. So picture this. The dog is crossing a bridge, and he happens to look down into the water. That one glance, that's the catalyst for everything. The real world is now being filtered through the dog's own mind, his own desires, and a fatal misinterpretation is just seconds away. It's not about what he's actually seeing, is it? It's all about what he thinks he's seeing.
And right here, we can see that disconnect perfectly. On one side, you have reality. Our dog has a perfectly good piece of meat. He should be happy. But on the other side, you have his perception. He sees what he thinks is a rival dog. And of course, that dog appears to have a bigger, better piece. This illusion, it's totally fueled by desire, and it just completely overwrites the simple, happy truth.
This right here, this is the key. It's what's going on inside his head. The mistake isn't just visual, it's a judgment call. He doesn't just see another dog, he sees a competitor, and one that has a bigger prize. And that one little competitive thought, it becomes the only thing driving the terrible decision he's about to make.
So, with that flawed perception now totally in control, the dog reaches the point of no return. He's about to make one single fatal choice. It's one action that's going to have two immediate and totally devastating outcomes.
Okay, let's look at the mechanics of this failure. It's so simple, it's brutal. Step 1, he goes for it. Driven by that illusion, he opens his mouth to snatch what he thinks is a better prize. And step 2, the immediate consequence. The second he opens his mouth, his own real piece of meat, it's gone. It's a perfect, almost elegant chain of cause and effect. And that's it. The choice has been made, the action's complete, and now we get to the inevitable result. See, in moments like this, there are no do-overs, no second chances. There's just the stark, unavoidable price you pay for a bad call.
And there it is, the consequence. The reflection, gone, obviously, but his own real piece of meat is gone with it. So the thing he wanted and the thing he had both vanished. The hunt for more has ended with, well, with nothing.
So, let's look at the final balance sheet here. We started with one solid asset, a real win, and the final tally, a big fat 0. This number right here, it says it all. It's the total cost of that one single misjudgment, a complete and utter wipeout.
Okay, so we've walked through the whole chain of events. What's the big lesson here? What's the takeaway from our little case study? Let's boil this entire story down to its core message, because it's a timeless warning, really, about how we're all wired.
Based on what we just saw, we can come up with a really practical definition for greed. It's simply this: the desire for more that makes you risk what you already have. It's that urge that compels you to trade something real and certain for just the possibility of something imagined and uncertain. It is a terrible trade-off, and honestly, it's one we see people make all the time. When you really get down to it, the moral of the story is crystal clear. Wanting what you don't have can become so powerful, so blinding, that you completely lose track of the value of what's already right there in your hands.
And that really leaves us with one final thought to chew on. The dog was chasing a reflection, right? An illusion of something better just out of reach. So the question we have to ask ourselves is, what reflections are we chasing?
What illusions of more might be tempting us to risk the good, real things we already have?